Alright, you guys, welcome to another episode here at Wristwatch Diaries where we talk about vintage and modern watches. And on today's episode, I am wearing my SEIKO SRPE93. This is also known as the Turtle. And we're going to talk about a little bit more about the watch. This is why we picked this incredible environment here today. So we can discuss what is an everyday watch to you. Now, there's a reason why this SEIKO SRPE is on this nice brown leather NATO strap. It actually comes with a rubber strap when you originally purchase it. Unfortunately, that rubber strap for me is no longer available. It completely deteriorated throughout the intensive wear and tear. Now, I did order another one, and I do have one coming because I am leaving to California to do a little bit of surfing, and unfortunately, using this leather NATO strap is not ideal for salt water. Now, let's go ahead and let's discuss a little bit more about this watch and why is it that this is my everyday watch. I have many other watches in my collection, but for some reason I somehow always drift back to this iconic timepiece. Now, what is it about this particular watch that always has me reaching for it and pull it out of my collection? Now, believe it or not, I actually have a much more stronger connection to this timepiece than majority of the watches in my collection because this actually replaced my SEIKO SKX during my military service. Now, my SEIKO SKX unfortunately ended up taking a huge hit into the plexiglass, which ended up actually popping it off and collecting a lot of dust and scent, which eventually stopped the movement from working. Now, back then I did not know much about watches, so I ended up just leaving it in a locker during my departure and leaving a note for anybody that wanted and was willing to repair it, can have it for free. Now, fast forward 10-15 years, I probably would have not done that. If these events never occurred, I would have never ended up buying this SEIKO SRPE93. And that's what replaced my SEIKO SKX at the end of the day. So what makes this watch an everyday watch for me? Even though that I have worn many other watches for pretty much all occasions. Well, for starters, that this is a 200-meter water-resistant watch. I do own some watches in my collection that only have a 30-meter, 250-meter water resistance, like my Omega Speedmaster Professional 3861. And sometimes I do kind of worry about if I am caught in a heavy rain or I do take it to the beach, that the water somehow might get in. Now, when dealing with Omega, you can be pretty much sure that the company is going to make sure that the watch can actually withstand 50-meter water resistance. So I do not worry too much about it, but on the end of the day, it is an expensive watch, and it's something that I try to be mindful of before exposing it to harsh conditions such as heavy rain or exploring the outdoors. And this is where this watch comes into play. This watch becomes very incredible and reliable for conditions such as this one out here, because it can withstand all those things. You can beat on it, you can toss it around, you can throw it. It really does not cause much damage to the watch, except for the fact that you might put a little bit of scratches and dents. And I'm okay with that. This is why I bought this. This is why this watch replaced my SEIKO SKX. This is why this became my daily driver. As you see, I'm not an indoor person. I'm not an office person. Now, another cool thing that I really enjoy about this watch is that this is a strap monster. If you take a look, I have it currently, as I mentioned earlier, on this beautiful brown leather NATO strap, but it's compatible with so many varieties of straps out there when it comes from stainless steel to rubber, all the way to fabric NATO straps. This watch is a strap monster. You could dress it up any way you want it. As a matter of fact, if you actually surf the internet and look up SEIKO SRPE with a strap, you will see a ton of photos posted through Instagram and other social media accounts. Now, you can really see how versatile this watch can easily become. As you see, I'm out here in the middle of this beautiful nature, but it can also be worn to the beach, to the office, and many other occasions. Now, what's another fascinating about this particular timepiece is that it holds the caliber 4R36, which is, if you look up on Seiko website, it's actually rated to 45 minus 30 seconds per day. Now I can tell you I'm getting much more better readings than that out of this watch. I'm actually getting plus 15 minus 10 seconds per day, which is well within the specifications of what Seiko advertises on their website. Another cool factor about this watch is that it actually has a rotating bezel. Now, if you know what that is, this is essentially used to time how much oxygen you have left in your tank when you do saturation diving. Now you can quickly see and understand how this is an everyday wear for me, because it meets all those specifications that kind of fit my lifestyle, and all for just under $300 US. That is an incredible price to pay for something that pretty much could become one and only watch in your collection. Other than that, you guys, if you wish to see more videos like this on this channel, please feel free to leave a comment down in the section below. Leave me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.